Good morning, Chineke. So we are about to get started. Let me put a music, our nation Biafra music. Give the music more. That's not it.
Our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra, our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land, guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land, no matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land, everybody let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land, no one is to be rejected. No one is to be neglected. No one is to be defenseless. All in Biafra land, no. It's time to give justice a chance. So, and reject the evil ones. Restore our nation, love. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land, guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land, no matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land, everybody let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land, we are supposed to have peace. No more oppression, nobody will rob our children of the future and riches. No more games of politics, just love and equality. Hope for humanity, that's how it's supposed to be. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land, guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land, no matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land, everybody let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land, we are one strong family, one people. We are one strong family, one people. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land, guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land, no matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land, everybody let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land.
Awesome. Thank you, Chineke. This music was actually written by a brother in Biafra land, or constructed by a brother in Biafra land. So Biafra got talent, and this zoo government will not allow our young ones to showcase their talent. But we are working to restore our land so that stars like my brother will shine. He will shine and shine real well. Ụtụtụ ọmụmụ Chineke. Good day, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, and lovers of freedom all over the world. Aha ngwụ Saga. I am here in Houston, Texas. I have Sister Ikwe, please go ahead and introduce yourself. Sister Ikwe, unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes.
This is great, my people. I'm here from Kentucky. I bring you greetings from the land of Kentucky chicken fries.
Okay. That's funny. That's funny.
Thank you for coming this morning and some afternoon, some nights, whatever it is in your timing. Thank you for coming today to, chat with us, discuss with us, and rub minds together. This is what Biafra is all about.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And then, of course, I have my wonderful sister, Augusta, in Richmond, Texas. It's Augusta, please send a shout out to our loved ones.
Thank you so much, Sister Muna, and thank you, Sister Ekwi. Thank you all Biafrans all over the world. Thank you for tuning in every Saturday to listen to us, educate our people about where we are going to and where we are coming from. So we believe that, your contribution will make Biafra a greater place. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.
Absolutely. Our contribution will definitely make it Biafra a place. And then that means our means everybody, not some group of people. Everybody contribution will make Biafra a greater place. Of course, before we get started, we do want to thank Chukwu Kika Biama, who have made it possible for us to wake up this morning, who is working in the spiritual realm to ensure this restoration project. Dear Father, as we face these uncertain times in our land, we ask you, Lord, to dwell amongst us. We are comforted by the knowledge that you alone are our Maker and our Redeemer and the ultimate Master of our life. We trust our land to your loving care. Lord, send your Spirit to touch our hearts and the hearts of our people. Give them the wisdom to know what is right and the courage to do it. Give us your light and your truth to guide us in our ways so that we may seek your kingdom or your will in our lives and impart the world around us for your kingdom. Rock of Ages, we know that you have endowed us with power, authority, and wealth to be the place of worship, a future where us and our children will worship you once we restore our land. Therefore, we are asking for your intercession as we play our part in actualizing this God's mandate. In Chukwu Kikabiama's name, we have prayed. Amen. We do want to thank our leader. We do want to thank all the hardcore Biafrans all over the world. We do want to thank anyone doing their little part. We lamented last week about working from your neck of the wood. If you are doing any type of work at all to restore Biafra, we thank you. We thank you so much. So our topic today is, can two go except they agree? Can two go except they agree? So for two people to willingly move in one direction, they must be in agreement. They must have a well thought out plan that will work for both of them. Otherwise, they will be stagnating or holding each other down or end up going nowhere, wasting time, energy, and resources. If one decides to pull off, if one decides to pull out, they will force the other one to go in his or her direction. Of course, it will lead to even more loss of resources. This is what happens in an unhealthy marriage or an unhealthy relationship or even union with incompatible group. Of course, that's where we find ourselves, the place called Zoological Republic, where you have people that do not belong to each other. They're being forced to stay together. We are holding ourselves down, and the innocent lives every day is being lost because of our selfishness, because of our refusal to realize these differences. It's time for Africans, essentially in general, to realize they have been the architect of their own continued underdevelopment by accepting to be who they are not. Of course, it's true the colonial masters set us up for destruction, but of course, it's time for us to wisen up. It's 2019. We cannot keep calling their names when we are helping them to hold us down. It's time to dissolve all the artificial colonial master boundaries because they are still there. We must find a way to say no to the bully. Rather than encourage victims to speak up, we ask them to suck it up. We have to be strong. Evil has always existed since the creation of man, but only wise people resist and drive evil away from their land. India, for example, did it, and they are reaping the profit. Colonization after slavery is the worst thing that happened to Africa. But just like any other human problems, it could be defeated and completely removed. Every war fought on African soil we know is artificially created by non-Africans for the purpose of stealing, exploitation, and controlling our resources. It's therefore means that it's time for Africa to stop the conflict and even fight the almighty corruption. Like war, corruption in Africa is almost a man-made and a foreign affair. We know that most of the things that happens to us definitely come from outside, and they use our people to make sure that they pass or they achieve their goal. So it's time for us to get together and remove these artificially created things to distract us while they steal our resources. We must have to do that. We have come of age. We can no longer blame the colonial masters. We can no longer look the other way. We can no longer allow the 1% who call themselves our rulers to be on top of us all these years, and we're allowing them to control our destiny. So, Sister Augusta, of course, we know that war and crisis is usually a result of unresolved conflicts and disagreements.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly with what you have said this morning. When two people cannot agree. But one thing we all have to understand is that sometimes it takes the disagreement of two people for you to agree. So we all have our own different perspectives. And unless we start understanding from every individual's perspective, it becomes so difficult to be able to reach a common goal. So guess what? War or crisis at home, marriages or nation is usually as a result of unresolved disagreements. So if you have a disagreement with spouses, they have disagreements all the time. You may not agree with your husband or you may not agree with your wife, but if you have two different perspectives, you come together, you sit down and try to get a resolution, then both of you will be able to aim towards a common goal. So disagreements result from differences in perspective and views. But it's natural for two individuals or two adults to see things differently. Yes, it is very, very natural. Because somebody does not agree with you does not mean that the person does not know what he or she is saying. But the bottom line is that because both of you are adults, you'll be able to reach a common, probably compromise a little bit, but reach a common goal, which is understanding the perspective of your fellow adults. Maturity will make one respect the perspective of the other without causing trouble. Our people have found that, oh, if you do not agree with me, hell or heaven must come down. No, hell or heaven does not have to come down. What you have to do is that with your own maturity, try to get to the root of this person's angle. Get to the root of the other person's angle. And by the time you do that, both of us will be able to reach a certain agreement. So two people can actually agree. That's what we're trying to say in essence. Two people can actually agree. Because in the process of us disagreeing, you're not someone that has come to teach you things that are mundane to you. Is busy looting everything that you have while you are busy fighting your brothers and sisters, while you are busy disagreeing with yourself. You understand? So what we are saying is that you have to start having that sense of responsibility, that sense of maturity to be able to understand what this other person is saying, especially if it is different from your own angle. So that's what we're saying. Whenever human differences become irreconcilable, rather than fight and kill each other, it is advisable for you to go your separate ways. Like now, we've been asking to go our separate ways from the Nigeria. We've been asking to go our separate ways from the zoo because we can't agree with what they are doing. Their own primary objective is to subjugate us as best as they can or as best as they could. But and we on our own part do not want that subjugation anymore. So what are we saying? If it becomes so uncomfortable, we should be able to go our separate ways. So for two people or groups of people to coexist in one space, there must be an element of compatibility. That is so true. That is so true. That is so crucial. In any relationship at all, even in marriages, we bring that up all the time because some men would not want to accept whatever their wife has to say as far as they're concerned. Women's angle should be in the kitchen. You understand? Some people have that thought process. Even in this 2019 that we're talking about, in this 21st century, some men still believe that their women's brain is what the crayfish and pepper soup that they can make. Not understanding that women have intelligence that God has endowed us with. So families have to come together in order to agree. So also groups, different factions. If you all have a common goal, because we're busy fighting ourselves, while the outside Fulanis, they've already divided how they would penetrate our environment and kill us and maim us, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So we are asking now, we should come together, even as a group, even though we might have different angles, we should come together and reach a common goal so that we can foster the restoration of our motherland. Thank you so much, Sister Muna. Thank you, Sister Ekwi.
Thank you so much. To continue on this topic, I have my sister Ekwi.
Thank you, Sister Muna. Thank you, Sister Augusta. Yes, you see, like our topic says, he said, can two go except they agree? This has like two faces, In one angle, if you don't agree with someone, if your ideals and core values, that are so different, that are like night and day. We're saying it's better you peacefully go your way. But if you see that you have a common goal with this other person, then two of you will plan strategically and move in your direction. That's what adults do. So adults go out seeking who can I agree with and work with, then we move. If I see that I can't agree with you, that our ideologies are not the same, rather than sit down and fight, we will go our separate ways. So one way, the way one resolves conflict and manages crisis is a show of how mature that person is or group of persons are. Human conflict and disagreement is as old as Cain and Abel. It's not today that humans started having conflict. It just comes from the point that people see things differently. So Africans have to learn that it's not a big deal that I'm looking at things from a different perspective. What is important is method of resolution. That's what separates boys from men, even at home front, like Augusta said. When you disagree with your spouse, you do not need to fight dirty. The right way for you is just to register your displeasure regarding that particular case at hand, without defining or trying to characterize the entire personality with that singular mistake or that issue. You see, the Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885 was a conflict resolution meeting. Our colonial masters chose to divide Africa like a piece of turkey rather than go to war among themselves. They saw they had interest in Africa. Everybody was going to Africa. What they would have done if they were not matured is to start fighting themselves. But because they understood that war is very expensive, they came together and divided you and I like turkey. So why can't we sit together and find a way to undo the evil they did? Since we know where our trouble is coming from. Some human beings that do not have two heads, they have just one head. They came together, sat down over coffee or cookies, whatever they ate in that meeting, and divided us, put fake boundaries everywhere. So don't you have common sense to know that the next thing you ought to do is to also have your own conference and say, what you people did, we want to cancel it. They remove artificial boundaries, like Sister Mona said, and then put the proper boundaries. And everybody, to fight, for you to understand how wicked they were, they knew that they didn't want to fight among themselves. Shared Africa. This person takes the head, this person takes the leg, like one of our brothers once described. But they turned around and wickedly fueled our ethnic and tribal differences. They started using our ethnic differences, our tribal differences, for us to fight ourselves. And since then, for centuries, they've been exploiting our weakness of conflict resolution. The weakness that we have, that we as Africans have issue with conflict resolution, be it at home, be it in the company, be it at the nation. We are not developed enough in our brain to know that my brother, my sister is saying something differently. We do not need to fight about it. What we need to do is sit down over a coffee, a cup of coffee, or a cup of water if you want, and resolve what conflict, the source of our conflict. So we're saying it's time for Africans to understand that it's okay for people to agree to disagree. He said, I beg to differ. This is English. Somebody said, sorry, I beg to differ. I see it this way. It is okay. I must not see things the way you see because your eye does not resemble my eye. Your brain does not resemble my brain. Your understanding is not my understanding. So how will I see things the the way you see it all the time. For you to see something the way I see it all the time means I have to marginalize you or detect you. And it's against the will of Chukwokika Biafra. It is okay to be different. It is okay to see things differently. It is okay to have different perspectives on things and issues. For example, when you see a half-filled glass, somebody else can look at it and say it's half-empty glass. It depends on where you're looking from. Are you looking from top or you're looking from down? And I look and say, oh, this glass is half full. Another person might look and say, this glass is half empty. It's just the way you're looking at it. You see, true nations are built along similar perspectives and core value systems. It's act of maturity to respect other people's opinion, especially if that opinion is coming from sound judgment, not just selfishness.
Superior argument.
Superior argument, exactly. You will listen because we all have common sense. Listen to what your brother is saying. Listen to what your sister is saying. Listen to what another human being is saying. Does it make sense? If the argument is superior to your own, why not say, okay, your own is okay? But even if you don't agree, you say, okay, we can peacefully go our separate ways. You continue to do A, I continue to do B, because that's what I believe in. Biafra has been demanding for the emancipation of her nation, stolen by the Zulu conflict in Nigeria. Our people die every day. The level of injustice meted out to us as a people is unimaginable. That's why we are scattered everywhere in search of good life. The lives lost since 1945 could have been preserved if we were supported and given a sovereign state. We are not asking for other people's land. We're not asking for other people's resources. We're not being selfish. We're just asking for what is rightfully ours. We just want to be allowed to stay in Biafra land and develop Biafra at our own pace. That's all we're asking for. The land is ours. We just want to be allowed to stop disturbing us. We want to develop it at our pace. We want to be able to bring back our people that have been scattered in different prisons and dungeons and torture camps all over the world. Is it too much to ask?
No.
It's too much to ask, African people. Is it too much to ask? I'm asking you, African leaders. Is it too much to ask? Thank you, Sister Mona. I'll stop for now.
My dear, it's not too much. Like you rightfully said, we are asking for what belongs to us. We are asking to have a safe place we can call home. We are asking to have an environment where we can seek our brothers and sisters that you guys have locked up and they're waiting for us to comfort them, and there's no safe place for them to return back to. Of course, before you succeed as a person or even as a group, it's important that you check out the core values of the people that you want to deal business with, the core values of the people you want to build a nation with, as well as even the ones that you want to marry. Because we all know that if that is not done, it's like accident waiting to happen. We must remember that challenges are not new to men. But with the proper strategy, if you take care of the issues at hand before it blows up in your face, we can solve problems. We can identify stuff. It's like you now telling me to go and marry Alamajiri. I'm not going to be waiting for a man to be getting buckets and washing his penis. That will gross me out. So I already know, don't even go there. Neither am I going to be waiting for you to be sitting down and standing up and sitting down and standing up 7 times a day when we have work to do. So just realizing these differences ahead of time will cause me not to go that way. Will cause me not to even mingle that person with that person, at least at that level of having a committed relationship. So today we have realized that Nigeria and Biafra are like night and day. And when it comes to core values, everything is totally different. We don't eat the same food. We don't dance the same music. We don't act the same kind of way. The only reason our useless brothers and sisters are running to Alamajiri is because they want to get their own cut. Not necessarily that they believe even when you put that Hausa Sultan outfit on them. All they want is your money. So now I'm telling you guys now, they don't even believe in anything that you've given them or any outfit that you put on them. They just want to get their own cut. It's all about their own cut. They may come to your church or your mosque and sit down there with you. They have their own agenda. If they can leave their brothers and sisters and join you, do not think they joined you in good faith. Sister Augusta, please tell us some of the core differences.
Yes, Sister Muna, there are lots of core differences between us and this group of people. Looking at some of them, when we come to the political system, for the Fulanis, they have the feudal system. Nothing like freedom of choice in their system. Nothing, nada. Everyone does what the foolish leader says without question. Like they are all yes member. When they say here, they move like zombies. You know, one fella tank zombie.
They're not even allowed. They're not even allowed to say, "Oh yes, Sister Augusta."
They are zombies. They are people. They just do what their leader, whatever, tells them to do. They do not respect the rule of laws. There is no objectivity in anything that they do. But with Biafra, democracy and respect for rule of laws and human rights, that is who we are. So this is a core difference from us and these people politically. Now let's come to economy. For the economics, Fulanis believe their citizens must be kept in perpetual poverty and servitude. Oh my goodness. I don't know these Almajiris you see on the streets carrying what is it called? They'll be eating bongo in their mouth and they would carry plates and be moving up and down as beggars. I mean, it's like it's an achievement for you to join the begging world. Like, you know, it's an achievement for them. For us, it's not. It's not. You understand? So rather than build their agro-based industries and animal husbandry to create employment, Fulani believes in roaming the streets with cows, sticks, and now they are even roaming with AK-47. Provided to them by God knows who. They are roaming the streets with AK-47 and trying to kill us. But Chukwu Kabiama is on our side. Now, for Biafra, we believe in wealth creation. And wealth creation for all. That is what we believe in. That is what we believe in. Somebody one time, I think it was a white guy that talked on text, whatever, about how we grow ourselves. Like when a guy would go and pick one boy and train for 7 years, and you know would settle him after 7 years. He hopes that one boy will pick another one boy that would grow, and like that, the economy keeps growing. That is who we are. How do we make the next person as wealthy as we are already? So we are different when it comes to that. It's a core difference. In leadership and governance, Fulanis would unpick their incompetent cousins and relatives to occupy sensitive positions and expect magic to happen. Where does that even happen? Where? That is what they will do. But Biafrans believe in filling positions with well-seasoned technocrats with track record that will move the nation forward in no distant time. We look for the best. If you're an engineer, we want the best. If you're a doctor, we want the best. If you're a teacher, we want the best. If you're a pharmacist, we want the best. If you're a nurse, oh my goodness, we are aiming for the best. That is who we are. Because it has to be almost close to perfect. God created us like that. It's not our own. We didn't make ourselves. Now let's come to domestic security. Fulani systematically weakened Nigeria's border in order to bring in Fulanis all over Africa and settle them inside Nigeria through land grabbing. And this is the new system, they named it Ruga. And we're telling our governors that this is their ruralization. They are trying to come to our land, take it over, convert us to Fulanism, and turn us into God knows what. And our governors are not listening. They're not even interested. You know why? Because they've been paid. So this is who Fulanis are. They will leave wherever the bush that they are and come and take over what belongs to the other person. And they take it forcefully. Not that they will come and pay for the land. No, they are taking it forcefully. That is where it hurts. They are taking it forcefully. So to make that movement easier, they are busy building transit from Kaduna, train from Katsina to another Fulani outside Nigeria, from Daura to Niger Republic. And I'm told that the distance between the Daura and the Niger border is shorter than the one from the Nigerian border to the Niger border into the Niger area. Guess who is funding it? The hopeless, lifeless government that we have in that zoo called Nigeria. They want to build what will benefit our people for themselves. These people are futajalo, moving from God knows where. But Biafra do not believe in grabbing people's land. They would rather pay for it. They would encourage you to sell their lands, and they will pay top dollar. They will pay top naira. No, we're going to use Biafra, but they will pay top Biafra pounds to get your land. They will not fight over it from you. They will pay you and develop your environment. That is who Biafrans are. And we build God knows what, all kinds of edifices that you can't even see anywhere, not even in America. Yes, that is who we are. We like touching the top thing, and that is who we are. When it comes to religion, Fulanis believe in cutting people's hands, throats, hands and legs for their Allah, it's all in the name of jihad and Islamization. This is the Sharia court. If you do something, they will cut your hand. If you steal something, all kinds of dehumanizing way of life. Biafra, we love life. Mandu, that means the beauty of life. Biafrans believe in God of the universe, who loves humanity and desires to preserve human lives and property. We do not kill. To take somebody's life is not in our DNA. But in these people's DNA, they don't care. All they need is cut for the sake of their God. And I keep wondering, what kind of God do you worship that allows you to kill incessantly like that without a touch of humanity in you? So these are the core differences. We are different in every way. Economically, politically, in leadership, in domestic, in religion, we are not the same people at all. So there's no point us sitting in that dungeon together with these people. Thank you, my sisters. Thank you for listening, dear friends.
Absolutely, my sister. Instead of our governors to do the needful, they are busy trying to fly to America to come to one thing or the other. As we are telling you guys, they are buying homes here, hiding their children here, and paying the whole 4 years of college, what we call you guys university back home. They will pay for the whole thing 4 years because Hamada is their own court. So this is how much money these people are spending here and are abandoning our boys in abject poverty. We must continue. Sister, please go ahead.
Yes, my sister, it's so sad what is happening to us. I mean, that's what happened. Like people say na ehi oha na laro nago. That means a cow that is owned by everyone is actually nobody's responsibility, because this person will think this one is taking care of it, the other person will think this person is taking care of it. So those that are allowing Nigeria to continue to exist are those that are stealing from Nigeria. Those that are gaining one thing or the other from Nigerians' inefficiency, you know. And it's common sense. When you have a big company that cannot be properly managed, what do? You break it into subsidiaries. That's what you do. So they can effectively manage it, and then the resources will be very efficient for the people and for the business. But no, they will want to allow it to be like that. And you know what? Nigeria is actually there. What is remaining is her carcass. It's just the carcass remaining, and the vultures that have gathered to devour the carcass, because they're there, pilfering, picking this and this, because they just want to eat Nigeria, the dead body. Nigerians are like Lot's family, whom God wants to escape before the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. You see, all the signs are there. Several prophets have been sent before now. Even America predicted the end of Nigeria, because everyone knows that the system is not sustainable. Everyone knows. Mazen Nandekanu is the final warning, is the final prophet for those that still want to run out of that place called Nigeria. Even Aisha Buhari has been given clues to stupid Nigerians, telling them that all is not well. Warning Nigerians that her husband Buhari is dead. She will tell you that she will build a university in the memory of her husband because she knows her husband is dead. She's telling Nigerians everything that she could, like winking, like a mother winking at the children, trying to use eye to give them sign. All is not well. But they're looking and saying, Mama, what is happening to your eye? Why are you bending your eye, Mama? What's happening? Why are you twisting your eye? Rather than understand that the mother is giving them clues. Aisha even went ahead to say that people from Sudan and Qatar are her partners, and they will build universities in memory of Buhari. What else do you want this woman to tell you? She asked the men of Nigeria to rise up and deliver the land. But everything fell on deaf ears. You see, some evils will end up being like Lot's wife in the Bible. Those that refuse to support the struggle to freedom. Because that's what happened to Lot's wife. They say, go to freedom, run to freedom. No, she turned. I was thinking about her properties in Sodom and Gomorrah. She was thinking about her gold, her necklaces, her jewelry. That's what's happening to some evils that we've been telling that we've been telling them we need to go, we need to go. They say, what will happen to my house? What will happen? What happened to Lot's wife? She turned into a pillar of salt. That's what happened to people that don't listen to the warning of Chukwokike. When Chukwokike says this is what you should do, run, and you refuse to run, what happened to Lot's wife will happen to you. Run first, then we'll talk about your properties later. Join what we are doing first, then we will discuss about your properties. Nigeria is not the first nation to divide. There are ways these things are done. Already said before now. So what is the big deal? You politicians conniving and giving away our inheritance. Our land upon which you work on will destroy you. Your end shall be shameful.
You say?
You are not aware that Fulani conquered Jos Plateau. Are you not aware that they conquered Southern Kaduna? Are you not aware that they conquered Middle Belt? Are you not aware that they conquered Hausa land? You foolish politicians. Are you not aware? Are you not? Can't you study history? Can't you go and read history?
No, can they please Google it? Because you're asking them to do much. Can they Google it?
Google it. But even if you can't do that, why not pay your PA to do that for you? Like the king in Persia. He said, come and read me the chronicles. What happened to so time? What happened to so time? And when he was read to him, he did the right thing. So you are a governor, you are a politician, you are being selfish, allowing our inheritance to be stolen by strangers. The land upon which you work will come from you. It's a promise. Because what you're doing is abomination. Now you fake church leaders, you will be judged for leading the people astray. Those of you using the people's pain to collect bribes, to make fast money. Your people are being killed, raped, and massacred. You're still flying Nigerian flag in your stupid church. You're still loving and praying for a killer nation that your God has cursed. Are you more righteous than Jesus Christ that caused that unproductive victory? Are you more righteous? Are you not learning from him? Are you not supposed to learn from him and follow him? All of you will go down.
You say?
Your case will be like the case of the 5 foolish virgins. Wise people are already getting wise. They are leaving those churches that teach them to sit down and wait for God to come. They are moving on. Because it's better you go to somewhere that you will learn how to survive your enemy's attack than somewhere that you will sit down and they're massaging your brain and telling you all is well. It is well. I once told the sister, he said it is well. I said, no, it is river. It's no more well. This one he has passed well. It's the river now or ocean. We talk to our traditional rulers. Those conniving with Obiano to sell our people for 500,000 naira. So shall all your children and generation be sold.
He say,
you shall be the last king in your lineage. Because there shall be no one to succeed you.
Mm.
For trying to sell our people, for trying to connive with Obiano to sell even our dead people. 500,000 naira.
Arrow.
That's the end of your lineage.
Arrow.
Because you have committed arrow, like my sister said. It's sacrilegious. So that's you are the end of your lineage, because nobody shall succeed you.
Mm.
If you are a Biafran woman, married to any of these enslaved, to any of these evil men, you better begin to talk to them and get them converted at all costs before they waste all your trips to the labor room. People's children are dying, and you sit down and you're massaging your daddy in the Lord. You're not telling them to be wise and do the right thing. The Fulanis are upon us, all foolish Nigerians. The Fulanis are upon us, all foolish Biafrans that are not awake. There's nothing like presidency 2027 or 2023 or 20 whatever presidency is a fraud. It is a fraud. Fulanis have been working hard for years before now. What they had was division of labor. They divided it. Some in religion, doing jihad and killing people. Some carrying cows and coming through people's land. That cow, they didn't need to move that cow around.
They were testing the ground.
Yes. It's something that will help them penetrate any land. It was a tool. The cow you see Fulanis going with is a conquering tool. They didn't need it. But they have division of labor, which is what we've been asking our people to do. Division of labor. Work from your own side. Some Fulanis, some were sent into politics. Some were sent to marry our daughters and bring them into their folds. Some were sent to London. Some were sent to America. Some were sent into business. Everywhere, they divided their people. We didn't know that when we were seeing Fulanis carrying radio in their ear with stick, that was their own radio, Fulani, Radio Biafra. They were not just listening to music. They were listening to instruction given to them on what to do. Now they have gainfully entered our land. They dropped the stick and picked AK-47. It is all planned.
All planned. All strategically planned.
Strategically planned. From beginning. Nothing they did. There's nothing that they did. They didn't have plan. It wasn't part of the strategy. Their plan is to rule the world. The Muslims' plan is to rule the world. And Fulanis, their own assignment is to conquer Nigeria and Africa. We've heard this prophecy time and time again. Open your eyes and see what is upon you and your generation. But do not be dismayed, because we, the children of Chukwukika Biama, the sons of Chukwukika Biama, and daughters, if you may, this is the era of the manifestation of the sons of Chukwukika Biama. And we have come to stop the evil in our land. We're only asking the fellows, the older ones in Nigeria, to wake up. The Yorubas, the Hausas, they've conquered you. But do not use your hatred for evils and lose your entire generation. Because as for the evils, as for the Biafrans, we're already gone. And we must go. That's why we're here, waking our people up, teaching us that it's time for you to market Biafra in your area. Market Biafra in any way you can. Do not wait for order from Onyendu. Do not wait for order from IPOB. The only order you will wait for is the one concerning the main struggle. But for you to do something that will favor your nation, you don't need an order. Paint your car Biafra color. Your shirt that you're already producing, put Biafra tag on it. Made in a Biafra. Put Biafra everywhere in everything you're doing. In your business, use Biafra t-shirts. Everywhere. It is your responsibility as a Biafra citizen. It is your civic right to do the right thing. To restore Biafra, like my sister Mona said. Thank you so much, Mona. Sorry for taking so much time.
My dear, it's not taking so much time. It's something that has to be said. It's something that has to be said. Our people must wake up. Our men must wake up. Those that are still sleeping, those that when you hear Biafra, you start hearing thunder. Thunder will strike you in short because you initiated that yourself. So this is the time for us to wake up. Your father did not send, especially these 4 sons. The first son that some of them, their father sold their last land, sold whatever they had, even their cars or whatever that is dear to them, to send them to America. Here, be the balance here. This weekend, you go and indulge yourself in you go BK club. You go and indulge yourself in Amazma Home Club, all of this club. And then when we're telling you about restoring your father's land, you don't want to hear it. And you're not even happy. You and your wife are not even living in harmony in your so-called home. You're living a fake life. You have marinated yourself in so much fakeness, you cannot deal with reality anymore. So the only way to suit your arrested development, mind you, is the zoo government that caused your arrested development. Is the zoo government that stopped you from going home after you finish your law school or your pharmacy school or whatever. You thought you're going to be in charge of the pharmaceutical, whatever. You find yourself still taking installs from CVS. So what do you do then? You massage your pain with entering all these clubs, hoping that when you die, you will get $10,000. What about if you die and the club is no more? They weren't able to come up with that $10,000. What account would you give your savior when you get there and say, Father, look at my father. This is the work that I have done. You have nothing to show that you went to club Friday, Saturday, Sunday to enjoy yourself. It is sad, my people. You have to realize anywhere you find yourself now, if you're a Biafran, anywhere you find yourself now that is not in that zoo country called Nigeria, God intentionally placed you there for a time like this. Get on your knees. Begin to ask him, what role do you want me to play? Where do you want me to start? I promise you, if you are sincere, he will give you an immediate answer. It could be a table that has been in your house for the longest time. You've never looked at that table any kind of way. But if you get on your knees and ask Chukwu Okike Abiama, immediately he might tell you that table is for you to start printing papers for Biafra. I'm giving you an example. If you ask him in all sincerity, not the other side, like sincerely, he will grant you and keep you granted. But he's not going to call upon you in your mind. You're not really sure if you're doing this Biafra restoration. You're not really sure how you want to go about it. You're not this, you're not that. If you truly ask him, he will make a way for you. So we're taking phone call. Our direct number remains the same, +1 281 643 7283. Again, it's +1 281 643 7283. And our direct line is 774-338-0942, 774-338-0942. Of course, you can reach us via Skype, Biafran Women Show on Skype. You can also reach us on Messenger, Monachi, Justice for Biafra, Opala. So you can reach us on those 4 platforms, 4 different ways you can reach us. So as we were saying, the most important thing, like I said, if you find yourself anywhere that is not in Biafra land, Chukwu Okike Abiama, even if you got there through suffering, even if you got there through Mediterranean Sea, there's a reason why he placed you there. Maybe it's time for you to tell those people around you there about Biafra, because Biafra is the only thing that makes sense for a black man. Do you guys know, Biafrans, that we are holding black people hostage? That Chukwu Okike Abiama has made us the chosen people. Remember now, we are the people that they use for slavery. I've read the statistics from 19 whatever. It's very old, the data, that 70% of slaves came from Bites of Biafra. So it's even us, Keiji, wherever all this slavery thing. So don't you think that now, all of a sudden, we started coming in 2019, mentioning this word, Biafra, 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 Biafra. There is a message there for us. There is a message there for us. It's time for us to restore our land. It's time for us to go back to where we came from. So anywhere you find yourself, begin to tell people about Biafra. We have to deliver our brothers and sisters all over the world. Any place you go and you see anybody looking some type of brownish, whatever, that person has to be related to you one way or the other. I was watching a YouTube video of our brothers and sisters in India. They have black people in India. I don't know what they are called anymore. And they've been in that forest for so long now, they are doing their head like this when they are talking. They're afraid of being killed, so they remain in the forest. One was being asked the grandfather's name, and he mentioned one sounded like an Igbo name. I played that thing over and over. I forget the Igbo name that he said. We are all over the place. We are strategically placed to organize ourselves and get freedom for our people. Not only for our people, for Africa as a whole. Let's use our resources to come together. Let's use our time to come together. That's what we're supposed to be doing at a time like this. But the devil has it that our brothers and sisters believe that the reason why they are here is to join all the 7 clubs. So that when they have their 25th wedding anniversary, the 7 clubs will come and dance for them and throw $1 on them while they are dancing. That's what our people have reduced themselves to. They are not honest with themselves. To the point that even the children here, once they finish going school, it's like the child don't even want anything to do with the parents. Because you've been living a lie. No Maka here don't like lies. They don't like lies. How do we turn all of these things around? How do we make a better future for our children? Sustainable future, like other people are doing. How can we raise a foundation that is strong enough to hold the next generation or generations to come? How do we make ourselves relevant? Instead of making ourselves relevant amongst ourselves, in our communities, in parties, in organization. Oh, I'm the president, Isukwato Club. I'm the president, this, that. President, Isukwato Club. The only thing you guys can boast up after 25 years is a cupboard. Not cupboard, cabinet. Jaga school. Park their books or whatever. And you're sending it to a school that doesn't have a roof. Because you're lying to yourself, so that you can massage your conscience and say, oh, we're taking things home. We went for a medical checkup. We went for a charitable thing back home. So when you go home with your so-called charitable stuff, you get your resources, you go there, you give them enough medication to last them for 30 days. Are you really treating them? Are you telling yourself the truth that you're treating them? You might even make the thing worse. Because the body would then start responding. All of a sudden, the medication is gone. God forbid, if it's an antibiotics, you can even increase the resistance of whatever infection it is. And then we're saying, let's come together and do this thing the right way. Some people keep lying to themselves. I will belong to a club. We will spend $10,000 and buy a cupboard and ship home, or we'll do whatever. We'll do whatever you guys have been lying to yourself that you're doing. That is not sustainable. We have to find a way to reason together. Because if we don't do this, you will be turning in your grave where your children and your children's children will be suffering the consequences. Don't let the environment that you are in right now deceive you. Don't let the environment deceive you. It looks nice, it's beautiful. A brother killed himself, grossing $250,000. Here, $250,000 or so. He's an engineer. He killed himself. Stress. And we're telling you guys, it's time for us to get a safe place for our people, so that stress will rule like that. This young man will have an alternative, like Indians do. Hana Nonoro here, they get insulted as a doctor or whatever. They will go and start practicing in India. What other alternatives do we have for our brothers and sisters? If not to go to other places and develop it. Sister Ukwe, do you have something else to add?
Yes, my sister. so much. I always have so much to say because what has happened to us as a people is very sad and condemnable. You see, every minute you can see that marginalization. You can see that we are not the same with these people. They don't want us alive. You see this issue of that I talked about the presidency. Now they're distracting my people again. They say it's 2023 presidency, and some people that took their mother's breast, not that they sucked the breast of cow or breast of monkey, are actually buying that nonsense. Did you not just finish one in 2019? Did you not see what just happened? How many times will they do something to you before you have a common sense? Now they want to bring this fraud called Igbo presidency to you again, and they're even getting your attention. That thing is dead on arrival. It is a scheme to waste our time. Look at Good Luck now, that just finished. Were you not there? Did they allow Good Luck to do anything? They even formed Boko Haram just to make Nigeria ungovernable.
Mm-hmm.
And that Boko Haram has got out of hand to the extent that the stupid military are not conducting night vigil. So if military are not praying against the people that they need to fight, what will the church do? What will the church do?
Fast and midweek service.
I'm telling you, military now resorting to prayer against Boko Haram. Have you seen the deception? Have you seen deception?
Oh my goodness.
You don't want to equip them because you don't want Boko Haram to be destroyed. They are foot soldiers. They are Fulani foot soldiers. They came here. Boko Haram, their assignment is to conquer the houses. They finish up the houses in the north. The Hausa Christians in the north. And the other sects of Islam that they don't like. That's the assignment. Smell the coffee. Look at it and see what is going on. Now they told you it's Igbo presidency. Even if you are the smartest person on earth, if you become the president of Nigeria, they will ruin it. They will tie your hands and you will never achieve anything. Because they want to prove a point. They want to prove a point. They will use it to prove a point that you cannot do anything. It is time for us to wake up and see what is going on. It is time. As we are saying, they are bringing toll gates. You look at that project now. Can't you see that they're just there to siphon all the resources in our land? What we're saying is not hidden. Anybody that has eye and has ear that is working, you will hear and you will see that these things are not hidden. Fulanis never hid their agenda. They never did. Everything from beginning, they tell us. They announced. They said they would dip their Quran in Atlantic. And they started strategically and working towards it. They sat down, said, this is our assignment. What do we do? Say, some start from northeast. Do we have a call yet?
No.
Okay. They said, some start from northeast. You start from northwest. You go to Kaduna section. You go to Jos. Do you know in Jos that they entered the way they are entering our land right now, long time ago? Then over time, they went into politics. To the extent that the traditional ruler of Jos, they are now taking it over. That's the strategy. They did it at a lorry, like one of our brothers commented on the comment section. This is their strategy. You know one thing about these children of the devil? They can plan 200 years ahead.
Right.
And when their children are giving birth to, they will pass the plan to them. They will start as small children. They know this is the plan we have. And they will continue facing that same plan. They will never change. They will never deviate. They will be consistent. You that you're working from that angle, you that each family knows what their section, what their own assignment is in conquering Biafra land, in conquering the world. So they sit down and strategically move. But my people like being in a hurry. They will do it 2 years and say, no, it's not working. They will do it 3 years. No, it's not working. If it's not working, change plan. You see, Fulanis, in their plan, they did not see Mazin Nandekano coming. In their plan, they did not see IPOB. In their plan, they did not see the Igbos coming together and speaking in one voice. It was not in their plan. They didn't see it. But you know what? When that happened, they changed their plan immediately and moved in force. Rather than turn away, they moved in forcefully and started becoming even more wicked. Before, they used to be subtle. But when they saw that there are soldiers in the land raised by Chukwokike, they moved in and started killing us actively because they knew that their time was small. The time of the devil is small. I'm telling those of you that are living in unbelief, the time of the devil is small, it's short, because Chukwokike has a joker. Right from the day you and I were born, that's the day Chukwokike said, you cannot take the land I blessed. The land upon which Biafrans exist is a holy land. It's a land Chukwokike has marked out for himself. Nobody can take it. And in ahead, he has made it possible that you and I are from this land. And he sent some of us on exile to go and strategically position ourselves for what is ahead, even when we didn't know. So like my sister Mona said, that position you're occupying, do not say that it was your grandfather that gave it to you. It's Chukwokike that placed you there. And it's for a time like this. The way he positioned Esther in the land of Persia, that's the way you have been positioned, whether you're male or female. You've been positioned for a time like this. Stand up and do what you have been called to do. Do not wait for me. Do not wait for me to work with you before you know. I remember growing up, when I do certain things, because my father brought us up like men, being an ex-soldier. He said, if you say, oh, Dad, this thing I did, is it right? He said, in your mind, is it right? He wanted him to tell you if this thing, the assignment you did, whether you did it well. He's asking you, you should assess yourself. That thing that you did, is it looking nice? If it's looking nice, then it's okay. And that's why we are brought up. That's why we are developed. That self-confidence, that's how he built it in us. So when he gives you an assignment, he will want you to use your common sense to do it and make sure that it's nice. That you can approve that assignment. If you approve it, then he can approve it. So today, do not wait for me to tell you what to do. Kneel down, like my sister Mona said. Ask Chukwokike, what is your own assignment in this puzzle? Because it's a puzzle. We are all working from different angles, but we are coming down together in Biafra land. Thank you, my sister.
Absolutely. We are working. It is a puzzle. You do your part, and when we put the puzzle together, it will make complete circle or complete sense. Okay, Sister Augusta. So our callback number, or actually our callback number, our phone number once again is +774 3380942 is there on Facebook Live. Also, there's a +1 281 643 7283. That's a WhatsApp number. You can call direct. And the 774, you can call directly from a phone. The Skype is Biafran Women Show, and the messenger, of course, is also posted on our wall. So, Sister Augusta, please go ahead.
Yes, Sister Mona. Can you hear me loudly? Can you hear me clearly?
Sure.
Okay, good. With what Sister Ekwi just said, he said that we must all understand that this struggle belongs to all of us. And that is the truth. You understand? That every Biafran is a stakeholder, and that every Biafran should know that the restoration is a civic duty. You understand? When I say civic duty, it is something you on your own, at your own level, at your own pace, must accomplish. You understand? So it's a civic duty for every one of us. And we have to come together, because these people, they've already penetrated our land. They have. They have penetrated our land. And all these toll gates or no toll gates, Igbo presidency or no Igbo presidency, these are strategies to continue to subjugate us. So we all need to wake up and start figuring out how to do our own beat. Every individual has a beat to do. every individual. So we need to fight together face one common enemy, and that enemy is Nigeria, that is represented by the Fulani. They are representing the Fulani. They are against Biafra. So we need to start understanding that, because if we don't, we will be at our own. It will be at our own peril. We do not sit back waiting for order from Amazon Namdekano or from IPOB. Not sitting down to wait for order. If it comes to diplomatic views or diplomatic whatever, then we will have to wait for our leader to understand. Our leader will give the order when during the main struggle. But right now, you don't have to wait for him to give you the little assignment that you should use your common sense to do. When they say common sense is not common, that's not true. Because I wonder why some people will say a Fulani man, they'll come to your village, like the other time they tried to rape a 9-year-old guy, a 10-year-old. And you people are moving, you can't even fish out that Fulani man and use it to mix it. Are you going to wait for our leader to give that order? No. These are common sense values. And there are things that you should know. Sister, are you getting a call?
My dear, yes.
Okay, yeah, let's get the caller first.
Okay. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Yes.
Yeah, my name is Ifai.
Welcome, Wachineke.
I'm calling from Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling from Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, so what's your contribution this morning?
Yeah, my contribution is this. Our people doesn't learn from history. You see, that is a problem, and that is why history keep repeating itself. You know,
Right.
because our people doesn't learn, and I was told that they doesn't even teach history in the school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they doesn't teach them. So how can they learn it? You know.
Right.
So
So
all this thing they are saying, presidency, they're all scam. Just like you people have been saying all this while. During Goodluck Jonathan, our people can never use their brain to see that they even frustrated Goodluck Jonathan. You see?
right.
So I don't know. Our people have eyes, but they cannot see.
That's true.
They have nose, but they cannot smell. Yeah? They have ear, but they cannot hear. You see, I am happy as even governor of William Biano, the man that has 4 minds. Will be 4 minds. He patronize how he patronize Innocent, our own. But who are those in the security apparatus in that Anambra State? Is it not Fulani?
Right.
It's the Fulani people that are there, but you see people celebrating something that will destroy them.
My brother is sad. It's very sad. It's very, very sad.
God.
So
I
yeah.
weep for my people. I weep.
Yeah.
I weep for my people.
Thank you so much.
See you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your
Keep
contribution.
Keep the program on. Keep the opening eye, because a lot of things have gone wrong.
Yes,
A
yes,
lot
my
of things
brother.
have gone wrong.
Yeah. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Okay. So thank you. Yeah?
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye. Okay, caller, your name and where you're calling from. Oof. Caller, your phone is noisy. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Mother, good afternoon from here.
Good day, sir.
I'm calling you from Calabar, Cross River. I'm calling you from the zoo.
Oh,
But I'm calling
welcome.
from Biafra land. land.
Yes, welcome, Wachineke. How are you?
I'm calling from Biafra land.
Welcome.
And this is my first time on this site. But I've been following up. I thank God for you people for the topic you guys are bringing on as a day. You guys discuss about our families. Yes. Honestly, I benefited a lot from it.
Thank you.
And I also shared it with my wife because I'm married.
Awesome. Awesome.
So my name remains Emazifa Inwara. I thank God for this topic today. Can two work together unless they are in agreement? The answer is capital no.
Yes.
If there's any other language in the world, it can never work. Two can never work together unless they're in agreement. Because the Bible said that if house is being divided against itself, they will fall. Nigeria, the zoo is divided against itself.
It is.
Nigeria is like a group of people that are in the forest. They are looking there. Nigeria is like people. They went inside the bush to look for something that is on top of the tree. And there's no way you can get that thing that is on top of the tree unless if the other group of people help one person to climb up and bring that thing down. Then everybody will share.
It's true.
In it.
It's true, my brother.
But when that person is climbing, when the person that has the skills to climb, because not everybody that have the skills to climb a tree. There are persons that the big tree that you're looking at, you say this thing is impossible, that nobody can climb. You see that person climbing without anything. So when that person that knows how to climb a tree is not climbing it, every other person is pulling the person down instead of pushing him up to go and get it. That's how Nigeria is. That's why the zoo can never work.
Yes, sir.
There's no agreement. There's nothing binding us together. We've been in this mess for ages. And for something years today, I can never boast of anything that Nigeria, the zoo, have contributed in my life.
I know.
Not in education, not in anywhere, nothing. Nothing. 0.00% of everything.
It's sad. It's
Nothing.
very sad. It's very sad.
And the thing is, it's annoying. But the thing annoys me more when our people, when our Biafran people are the ones sabotaging what we are doing.
I know.
The thing makes me cry. I don't know if these people are not seeing what we are all here in this zoo. I've not been privileged to travel outside the country, but if I have the opportunity, I will leave this place and never come back unless the offer is being restored.
I know.
I'm telling you the truth.
My brother, we
When
understand.
I've tried to travel outside with my family, they eat my money. It's the same zoo. They collected my money, millions of naira, and they never give me back.
Wow.
That's the type of crazy confusion we find ourselves in. No good road, no nothing, no electricity. You pray for everything. You believe God for everything. You believe God for good water. You believe God for good road. You believe God for electricity. You believe God for good health. Nothing. The government is contributing zero to your life.
It's awful. It's the hell we are hearing about in the Bible. That's where it is. Hell.
So the thing pains me more that our people are not waking up to see what our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, the savior that God sent to us already. This man has been tested, he's been tried and tested and seen that this man knows where he's going to. Not this our foolish leader that calls themselves governors and the elite that doesn't know where they're going from here.
It's sad.
That will go to Abuja, a Fulani man that is not educated. It has been confirmed now that you can be a Denzo president without certificate.
And nothing will happen.
Part of the world does not happen.
It's sad.
You cannot be a good leader. That the PhD holders, the doctorate degree holders, that those people don't have the qualifications to be a leader. That is the Fulani man that have been hovering all over the forest in the world.
How?
The qualification to be a good leader.
Yeah, well, Aro.
What rubbish is that?
It's awful, my brother. And the Britain, but it's a
Where
wicked.
in the world does that happen? If that place is no worse than the zoo. didn't fall into any. So what makes Nigeria a free nation? What makes Nigeria a nation that is practicing their democracy?
It's
I just want to tell our brothers to wake up. If they are hearing this news today, they should wake up and join IPOB. Even if you're not joining IPOB, do everything that will make Biafra to come.
Yes.
This suffering is too much. We need to restore Biafra in our time. Now, I used to tell my friends, if Biafra fails, if we fail to restore Biafra this period, we are doomed for good. We are doomed for life.
Yep.
Our children will be enslaved ever.
Forever. They're already enslaving our girls, getting them pregnant and filling our land with Fulani's children everywhere. Everywhere I was a Fulani. My goodness. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
God will save us. Thank you. Let me not take time so that other people can call in and add their own view.
Thank you, my brother. Watching
God bless you guys so much.
Yes. See how frustrated my brother is. These are the things that we hear and we keep us up at night. When you hear a young man, look at how zealous he is. You can see he's full of life. But the zoo will make sure they suck that life out of him. And we're telling people to wake up and do the needful. People to wake up any way that you are, like he said. Find out what you can do to restore this Biafra. Find out what you can do to ensure that this restoration project, oh crap, I'm sorry. I don't know, the phone got disconnected. So find out what you can do to ensure this restoration project. Let me see if I can get that caller back. My phone is doing some weird stuff. This WhatsApp phone. Oh, okay. Yeah, so caller, please call back. I can't even find your phone call. You can only call that 28 number as a WhatsApp, please, okay? Don't try to call it as a regular line. It will not work. It will ring, but I won't be able to pick it up. So if you're gonna call, use it as a WhatsApp. So as we are saying, we really have to find a way. We are calling on people, and especially those in diaspora, to wake up and do the needful, because all nuaji in the ban, or what again this zoo country, Gia, all the on our diaspora that's supposed to be working together, finding initiatives that can have them develop some type of alliance with people that matter, strategic alliance with people that matter, so that we can move and get what we want for our people. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, this is Ben O'Castle, calling from Boston. Yeah.
We are blessed and highly favored.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you in any kind of are you around the program now, or just because I called you?
Yes. Oh, we are on air. We are on air. Yeah, have you on air, by the way. I thought you were.
I didn't know. I didn't know that you're on the air.
Oh, that's okay. Do you want me to call you back?
Exactly. Call me on a one-on-one discussion.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So sorry, guys. He said he was trying to call for something else. All right. So like we are saying, those of us in diaspora, we must get together. We must find out what works. We know what was. Now we must find out what we know what works. We know what other people are using to benefit their people here. We know what they how much resources and how much effort that we're putting in it. If you go to this community, I work in a place where we ask our patients, what kind of group do you belong to? What do you do? And do you know, especially all these other people, highest they will be a part of a professional group, you know, based on their level of education, they will be a part of a professional group. Then when you see somebody from our part of the area coming, they will have 6 or 7 groups, you know, mentioned, and none of them is a professional group. These are the same Igwebike and the People's Club and this club and that club that we're talking about, all because they don't understand that if you are not strategic about the way you use your resources, if you're using your resources Friday, you got wakekeeping, got induction, got Saturday, got Sunday, and then when anything of the members have any event, they will all show up, and from Friday to Saturday, they are busy. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Okay.
Let you know that we are seeing your again is things about that you have asked for Biafra, the of love that Biafra. And then I have been listening to what you have been talking about.
Your phone is muffled. We can barely hear you. It's very noisy.
Hello, is it better now?
Yes, it's much better.
Hello?
Yes, it's better.
Okay, thank you very much. What I have been saying is regarding the latest carrots, that the Fulani cabal have been dangling before our stupid politicians called Igbo men. Concerning the latest carrots they are dangling in the form of presidency. I have spent a lot of time, many years, studying the Fulani, and you could have read a lot of my articles if you have been an active Biafran over the years. Now, what they have tried to do at the moment is not a surprise to somebody like me. Remember, like one of your callers said, these people, they can plan 200 years in advance. That is the only thing they understand. How to manipulate people and how to shoot people. Those are the only two things the Fulani can do in the world. They don't know anything else except how to manipulate people, divide and conquer them, and shoot them when they finish making use of them. I want to start a little bit, if you have time, as much as time you have for me, I just want to give the background to this.
Okay.
And the background is what somebody has already said, that the Fulani are people who have dedicated themselves to dipping their Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. They have dedicated themselves to conquering our people. Before, when we were saying it, so many people were calling us names. That this is what the Fulani are planning to do, because I have studied their history even before they went to Futajalon in Guinea. And then they move from Futajalon, the same strategy, they don't change. Time doesn't change their strategy. They want to take us over. And any method, to them, any method is acceptable. They will do anything to take us completely over. And like somebody has rightly said, they have started. You just need to see what is happening in places like Enugu and Abakaliki to know that if we don't move very fast, it may be too late. It may be too late. They want to talk about the presidency. Remember, I don't know whether some of you are old enough to remember one other criminal called Ibrahim Babangida.
Yes.
How he was ruling. He was always giving some assignment, telling people to debate, to discuss this political party, to join this one. He was buying time. He didn't mean to do any of those things. He was buying time. And when he bought time and played his game and played his game and played his game, in the end, even the person, MK Abiola, who won the presidency, was not allowed to rule by him. Wanting our people, I'm afraid, because our people, the Biafrans, particularly our Igbo people, are such an intelligent group of people. But
I don't know about that, my brother.
When it comes to Fulani manipulation, I just don't know why they don't display that intelligence. Even if the Fulani tell us to rule Nigeria for the next 100 years, we should say no for the sake of our children. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We should say no because they are not sincere people. They don't follow agreements. Remember the sacred doctrine of Takia. That's what they follow. Takia means when Prophet Muhammad agreed not to attack the city of Mecca. And then when the people of Mecca were asleep, when they thought they had reached an agreement with a gentleman, they came all by surprise and attacked them. So that doctrine means as a Muslim, you are not bound to keep an agreement. Do our people listen to this?
Oh, of course. They also believe that an infidel, they cannot tell an infidel the truth. So if you're an infidel, they can lie to you at any time.
Yes, agreements mean nothing to them, especially when they call you an infidel. Somebody who is not one of them, who is as good as an animal. When they regard you as that, any agreement given to you is not binding on them. They don't keep agreements. Now, if somebody is smart enough to see the game that is happening right now, they told some stupid Yoruba man called Tinubu, they told him, we are going to bring somebody from Sudan. Muhammad Buhari is dead. We are going to bring somebody from Sudan. If you tell your boy called Oshibanjo, who calls himself a pastor and a professor, tell him to be quiet. Let us just do the game the way we want. And in 2023, it will be your turn. Are you hearing what I'm saying?
I know, it's sickening.
They promised Tinubu, that stupid, useless fellow with rotten teeth. They promised him that it would be his turn in 2023. They will promise 100 people the same thing. They will go and promise a cow like Okorocha. They will tell him, you are going to be, we will back you for presidency. They will go and tell the other midget in Afigo, called, what do they call that one in Afigo?
Obiabo.
Governor Omahe. They will go and tell him, you will be the president in 2023, Omahe. Just give us the whole of Ebonyi State to build a new University of Islam. We will make sure you become the president of the whole country. We are the people who decide. Then they will go and tell another idiot called Obiano in Oka. They will go and tell him, we will make you the president. Just let our people do whatever they like in Anambra State. And these Igbo people, it appears to me that once they are in the vicinity of these Fulani people, they cast some sort of spell on them. So that they lose their common sense.
My brother, they didn't. I've met a couple of people that have not met Fulanis and they have spells all over them. They are here in Houston, Texas.
Now they say their country, but the Fulani history I've studied is this. Once they finish using you to conquer your people, once they finish making use of you, they dispose you like a used bottle. They don't need you anymore. They throw you away like can. That is the game they are playing.
Right.
Any Igbo man who is even talking about Igbo presidency, that person is the biggest saboteur in Igbo land. And we will deal with the person. We are not just talking for talking's sake. The person will see that the land of Igbo land will pursue him and his generation forever. They will not stay on that pleasant land of Igbo land. Because the presidency of Igbo land will not lead to anywhere. In the first place, they won't even give you presidency. They won't even do it. Even if they do it, they can do it. Remember what they did to Shoneko? Babangida told Yoruba leaders, let me deal with Abiola. Don't interfere. Let me deal with Abiola. Afterwards, I will make one of you the president. Do you know what stupid fellows called Yorubas did? They fell for the trap.
My brother, it's not, let's round up. It's not just the Yoruba that is our men, African men, they have done, I don't even know how else to say it. They have sold the rights of their children, the future of their children, everything they have done, all because they're thinking about me, myself, and I. It's only an African man that will not think about leaving an inheritance for their children. It's only an African man that will not say, hey, if I die, I want my wife and my children to be taken care of. If I see them all the time at the hospital, I want to make sure this and this is done. They will make sure everything is assigned to the right people. In Keba, if itself, they will die and they will rather have the family be fighting over common land. I gotta say, Okoro take this one, Monachi take this one. They will leave it on so that when they die, the fight will continue. African men need to change the way they do business. Like my sister said earlier, we need to adopt a new strategy to solve the common problem. We're not the first people to have a problem. We need to adopt a strategy to solve the problems that we have so that we can create a viable environment for our people. Because the way we're doing it right now, or culturally, or the church mentality that stripped all their reasoning, because any of them, especially those ones that are in these churches, in those churches that we always lamenting about, Mbigaga Yoruba church, they are the one benefiting from this one Nigeria, and you're going there, you think they will tell you about this Biafra. So all these people, I hate to lay a curse, but my sister did a very good job. All of them, anybody that intentionally or even unintentional, because here, because you don't know anything about the law, does not excuse you from the law. You can have red light, you will ticket, but I get you on charity. So the same way, if you are here living in blind, this thing, whatever you want to call it, your blind word, and in 2019, you don't know that they are killing your people, you don't know they are taking over your father's land, you want to pretend, I don't want to hear all of those things, I don't want to hear. Guess what? It will come back for you. We are praying that you and your children will suffer the consequences of that ignorance.
You say. And just one more thing. Igbo people have been betrayed since Okpa Biaseka. Since Okpa Biaseka started betraying Igbo people, sending us to the Fulani, Igbo people have now decided that betraying their own people, selling their own fatherland, is a stepping stone to power and wealth. This is the mentality that must change. This mentality of selling our people for a little pot of porridge must stop. It must stop. This question of 2023 is not even an issue for us. We don't care about 2023. We have a powerful platform called IPOB. This is Igbo and Biafran government already in exile. We are already organized. You need to know the professionals that are gathered around this organization. They can run virtually the whole of Africa and run it effectively. The people in IPOB can run the whole of Africa. So we are not starting from the scratch. The homework has already been done. All we are saying is that those losers who call themselves leaders, who want to send us a little bit more for their so-called presidency, they should just keep quiet. They should keep quiet. They should not force our hands. They shouldn't force our hands. They should keep quiet and we let them be. Let them leave us alone. We want Biafra. We don't want anything but Biafra. If an Igbo president emerges, bet me on this program and on this platform that he will be another Shoneko. He will be another Shoneko.
My brother, God forbid if we even allow that to happen. I think the time will come.
3 months, they will take over power from him. 3 months. 3 months, they will take over power from him. And we don't want that. And when that happens, the case for our liberation has been disastrously destroyed.
God forbid.
Those people from abroad who are advising them, do you know what they are doing? They are trying to compromise us as a people. They are trying to tell them, throw this carrot to the Igbos. Let's see, once they come and dangle around and grab it, then we tell the world, you see what we told you? They didn't really want to be free. They just wanted power. We told you they are greedy. That's what they want to do, to use the presidency to compromise us. And we must never let it happen. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you, Wachineke. Thank you so much. Of course, like I said, the time has come for us to strategically doing things differently. We cannot continue to allow these men, 1%. Okay, let's give them a higher number estimation. They'll really get 2%. And we are allowing them to do these things to us, to take our resources, to come here and buy houses, to do all these things. And people will be watching them saying we're on ground, or we're on ground. I'm telling you, one attack or just one of them, not even all of them, because that would be too much. Because they pack so much money in all of her, they have taken all the money that belongs to the state, now pack in all of her, they will run. If somebody say, Omahi is gone, I promise you, Obia, not even in the midst of cocaine overdose, he will wake up and run. He already bought houses all over Houston. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Obinna, calling from Liberia.
Oh, welcome, watching again. Yeah, what's your contribution today? Oh, okay, his call dropped. All right. So just one attack on one of them, they will all run. One attack on one of them. Keri, the purpose of living life. From until one zoo soldier will take you out and you will be done. That's it. You didn't count for anything na humanity. Anya few people. Nobody has summoned the courage to even teach one of them a lesson, one way or the other. Go online, couldn't allow these American movies and see how things are done. Why is what even African man getting an idea on how to take somebody out? How many this one? The idiot was supposed to come here in Houston last week. He didn't come. They don't want to die. They don't want to die. If he said motor, they don't have a pack motor hand if you explode. I promise you they will even run. Talk less of what as in how now. That's how fearful an African man is. Oh, I don't want to die. You. We have to find a way to save our people. Stop waiting for order. Order. You want says it will be no. You need order from above. We have to find a way to begin to tell these people you can no longer do this. You can no longer hold us down. We can no longer leave our land for you to be giving them to your Fulani friends. Oh, Madden America did it. They fought the British evil empire when they came with their greediness, and they won because it was a rifle. It was a just cause. God was on their side. And yeah, not here. We want to spend our time on Facebook, all hell Biafra, all one family, IPOB family. This and this. Can we re-strategize and start thinking about what we need to do? How we can begin this process of emancipating ourselves, because we are still under slavery. Slavery in the sense, and they will go free. The only sympathy you get is, oh, who did this to you? Biafra will come one day. 20 by 50 all over the place. Can't we learn how to exclude themselves from such thing? Can't we learn that? Why are we lying in additional forests to come to our land and reduce us to a flogging mat? And we all have muscles. Because I saw my brothers on this thing, I hold the chahama. They don't want to go full and what they can toothpick. Totoro apia daga kedi ho ana agbo ihe eji apia ihe na ma ihe. He were na apia zo ụmụnne m ihe. Ha apiacha Facebook, Koboko. Ha apiacha ụmụnne m will come and kwere ha sorry online. Ewo. God, do something. This is awful. This is awful. Sister Ukwi, let's go ahead and close, please. Your final statement, and Sister Augusta as well.
Yes, my sister. Okay, so Augusta, does she want to go first?
Yeah, that's fine, Sister Augusta. Go ahead.
I wanted to say, okay. I wanted
to say yeah, let her add what she'll come in.
Okay, yeah. Sister Muna, thanks for that. So I wanted to say what is going on. Our people are just like a decimal about what is going on. They don't want to pay attention. Is it that they don't want to pay attention, or they are just weaklings? That they are weak. They don't have the strength. They don't have the manner to know that I'm going on accurate, or they don't even want to figure it out themselves. Order. Ordinary kind will not give you that kind of order. Use your common sense. Use your number 6. Call the number 8. Call it now. They gotta use their number 6. These people have to wake up. When you go online, you go on Facebook, you see things happening, atrocities happening. Even now, they will have their video be covering it. Atrocities are happening. You cannot cover your village. You cannot go out there and protect the members in your village. That is ridiculous. So how long are you going to wait? How long are you going to wait? Why have our men turned to weaklings? I'm trying to say this, but it's beginning to like piss me off when I see all these DVD pictures on Facebook. They have where are the Enyimba? Where are the strong men? Where are their bad boys? Like the other day we talked about how filthy Abba has spawned into. Our people can no longer sit up and do what is right. Are you just waiting for Mazi to tell you to go and clean your surroundings? Huh? Use your common sense. What about the number 6? We cannot continue to trend in this manner. We cannot. I don't know how long. We cannot continue to trend in this manner. Leave the diplomatic relations with our audience. Do your corner, do the needful. You want us to spell it out? We don't have to spell all these things out. You know what you need to do. So go ahead and start cleaning your environment. For how long are we going to wait for these charming people to continue to kill us? For how long? So we need to start figuring it out. We need to figure it out. It's beginning to be so painful. All now or phone. They take a picture of how our people are being killed. Huh? And when they go online, they start typing, if you don't worry, when Biafra come, we will deal with them. Yeah, do not wait for Biafra to come. Start dealing with all these people and get this brother from part of our facilities.
Can you imagine?
Get the hell out of our facilities because they continue to take pictures. Already. We just have to align things properly. That's it. This thing's here. Well, we just align things that are aligned in the proper way. So once we're aligning all these things properly, we've got to do the needful. We've got to secure our environment. We are waiting for Jesus Christ to come and do it. There's already been a to do this that you should normally do. We are beginning to parallel on. I don't know what is wrong with our men. What are the men? What are the women working in that community? If one will come, kill you, rape you, tear your hands down, destroy your farm, and you're watching, and your government says, okay, I'm going to pay 500 naira, 500,000 when you get killed.
Hey,
none of you is doing anything. The other governor, the midget, the one that is shorter than me, he said that he's going to, if his convoy is being attacked, he's going to kill anybody that blocks his convoy. And
can you imagine?
Like, what? Are you announcing it as news? And his news are crying out loud? That if his convoy is being attacked or blocked, not attacked, he used the word blocked, then he's going to kill anybody that blocks his convoy. This is the same guy that when they travel abroad, especially when they travel to Europe, they mount train. They stand in line in train because nobody to shuttle them. No driver to shuttle them, line them up in several cars. Huh? And what idiot is saying, if his convoy is blocked, he's going to massacre the person. And nobody has taken any decision about that. Do you need us to spend it up for you all? How you want decision you can take when they midget, look at the 2 inches. He's telling you he's going to kill you all because they're blocking his convoy. His convoy for crying out loud. America here, you still have the treat Donald Trump. Has he killed anybody? In Europe, you still have the talk to their MPs. But nobody has been killed. I mean, in Zoo, yeah, a whole governor of Edo state is running his mouth like somebody has diarrhea. And we're all sitting there waiting for that to happen.
It's sad, my dear.
We got to wake up. We got to start to wake up because I don't understand. What are the men? Is it that you guys are not being fed properly anymore? Are you all waiting to be fed? Is it that our mother didn't suckle you or will make cages done of a mammoth garden? Which one? I'm getting sympathies because I don't understand why they are not living up to expectations. That everybody's living up to expectations. I don't know also. For
it's
how
too
long?
much. It's too much.
Why do they start cleaning up the environment? Clean up the environment for crying out loud. Clean the environment up. Where will it take you? Rake all the gutters. Burn all the roads that needed to be burned. The one that are not by you, recycle some. That is who we are. We're not giant people for crying out loud. How have we done to be for crying out loud? Huh? How have we done to dinner and water in Sydney? How have we done to dinner and people are partying? environment. Nobody's going to give you that order. Go clean up your environment. Start doing the needful. Start selling Biafra anywhere you are. Start Biafra to the dead, the young, the blind. Start Biafra everywhere. So that we can go. Time has come for us to go. This just got to stop. It's got to stop.
Yes, we have to go. We have to go. Thank you, my sister. We really have to go. This thing of waiting for an order is the thing that our people have been using to hold themselves down. Instead of fighting the war the right way, they are fighting it with a smartphone, posting all the evil that is going on. Nobody is trying to figure out a way to defend themselves. You know, uno post on Facebook. If you're lucky, Facebook will tell you it's against their community policy or something. Ha block or if it's a traumatic one. So sometimes your videos cannot even be seen. So now going for you to start looking for other ways. When a man tells you that Nandi Fulani Boog and you get $500 and you guys leave him, yeah, never as a governor. Ha, my dear, trouble day. Trouble the sister, please continue so we can finish.
Yes, my sister, and we are not patient anymore. You know, a brother called and said it's time to move very fast. How can somebody be taking your land, killing your children, opening the tummy of pregnant women, slicing it? What are you still waiting for? What are you waiting for? The war is on. So say, wait for when we will march. Are you not marching already? Your enemy is marching and you're waiting for when to march.
Hello.
Your enemy has started marching.
I know.
You team. They are fighting you from all angles. You need to respond from all angles, from wherever you are located. Like my sister mentioned of what Facebook is doing to us. Is it not enough for a Biafran to set up a counter to something? That what is stopping you from setting up something like that? How much will it cost you to develop something like that? So that we all migrate and leave Facebook with his anti-black social media. Is it too much for a Biafran to shoot out satellite and plug it there? How else do you want to resolve Biafra? How else do you want to restore Biafra? It's time for you to move from your own end. Start fighting from your own end. That's what we've been saying, daughters of Biafra land. That's what we are saying. From wherever you are located, wherever Chukwokike has planted you, with the gift he has given to you, he has given us different gifts. Some have been given to talk, and they are talking. Mazin Nandekanu, if he talks to a dead person, the dead person will wake up. That's his gift. That's the anointing. But some of you have been given to create money. You can create money for Biafra. You can open banking institutions for Biafra. Ordinary Fulanis. They have opened a banking institution in Nigeria, in Zoo. They came up with their idea before when Goodluck was in power. Nigerians shouted and they stopped because Fulanis don't give up, like my brother said. They don't give up. They are so stubborn, that is so stubborn. If they want to do something, you stop them, they go back, you strategize and come back. Now that they have their person in place, they have now put that bank in place. Zero interest bank. You know my people now. My people are the ones that will go there. And before they give you loan, you will convert to Islam. Then they give you loan. They're already doing it. They just want to do it officially. And it has been approved. More strategies are coming. My brother spoke about IBB. That his own assignment was to buy time. While he was digging, marrying our daughter. We say, he's our in-law. Some foolish people. Babangida is our in-law. Have you asked yourself why he married your person? These are all strategies to marry our daughters. So while he was busy buying time and doing what he was doing, he gave OIC 21 billion or whatever for total Islamization of Nigeria from your resources. Long our enemies started, and they come from different angles. That's why we're telling you. You cannot stay from one place and think that you will conquer this enemy. You must use all that Chukwokike has given to you to uproot this enemy. Because because they're coming from different angles. We are pleading, we are encouraging, we are speaking, we are begging to every Biafran. Any person that you know you are of Biafra origin, look inward, see the gifts and talents that Chukwokike has given to you. We are telling you today that gift is for Biafra restoration.
Yes.
Because we know that we were not meant to live in the same space with Fulanis. Fulanis see things differently. They solve problems differently. They have different core values. They have different perceptions on problem solving. They see things differently. While we want life, they want death. We are like day and night. It is not the will of Chukwokike Abiama that we will be in the same country. Two cannot go together except they agree. And since we don't agree in our core values, since we don't agree in who we are as human beings, the best thing to do is to your tents, all Nigerians. It is not supposed to be a call for war. It is a call for efficiency. It's a call for security. It's a call for development. It's a call for improvement in the standard of our living, the standard of living of our people. It's a call for safety for our people. It's a call for restoration of our dignity, of our identity, of who Chukwokike has called us to be, so that there will be peace in that area. And we call on the whole world. We call on all African leaders. Your game is up. Stop this game. Stop whatever dirty deal you're doing with Buhari, Russia, or Ghana, whatever, all the nations outside Africa, inside Africa. Stop all the deals you're doing with Nigeria, because it will boomerang. We are the children of God Almighty. We are direct descendants of God Almighty, and we have been empowered to restore peace to our area. And the only way to do that is to restore Biafra. When Biafra is restored, it will be a round peg in a round hole. Things will not fall in place. For now, things have fallen apart, and the center cannot hold. If you want the center to hold in Africa, even the world as a whole, Biafra must be restored.
Yes.
Put that round peg in a round hole, and then everything will take place. There will be peace in the world. Your immigration crisis will end, because our people will go to where they belong and restore their land. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Our cause is a just cause. We are not asking for what belongs to people. We are asking for what belongs to us. And because of that, Chukwokike Abiama is on our side. We are not trying to capitalize on other persons or countries' misery. We are not trying to steal. God knows that we are doing what is right. So we call on lovers of freedom and defenders of equity and liberty to stand and be counted. We ask you to boycott all things that is against our freedom, be it church, be it Fulani services, goods and services, whatever it is, Dangote, cement, paint, rice, Jinede. I would rather eat Abakaleke rice than to eat Dangote's rice. Boycott all celebrities. They are not using their words or their voices for Biafra restoration. Rather, they are using it to make money and think they are all that. As long as you come from that place called Africa, you remain a monkey and a baboon until Biafra comes. So we are asking people to do the needful. We, the Biafran women, are saying that we are here to restore our land. We will never allow anybody to destroy this restoration project. We are here to ensure total restoration and freedom of our people. All hail Biafra. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.